CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joins us now. He's covering Election Day in Kentucky, as we've been discussing. Ed, good morning. We know the president is closely watching what's happening where you are today. Tell us exactly why and what people can expect.
Victories recently against fellow Republicans he perceives as his enemies or his critics in Indiana and Louisiana. Kentucky today becomes the latest stop on the Trump political retribution tour. And thanks to big spending by outside groups aligned with the president, this primary here in northern Kentucky is now the most expensive in U.S. history.
Massie's the worst congressman in the history of our country.
President Trump on Monday from the Oval Office, once again denouncing Republican Congressman Thomas Massie.
Always voting against Republicans and good values. So get rid of Thomas Massie.
The president and Massie have sparred for years on policy, but most recently on two things especially sensitive to Trump: the Jeffrey Epstein investigation and the war with Iran.
He's tweeted probably, 8 or 10 times in the last 72 hours. He's literally losing sleep over this race because he's in with both feet.
In a sign of how much the White House wants Massie gone, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth traveled to northern Kentucky Monday to support the congressman's challenger, former Navy SEAL Ed Gallrein.
Think about where we are in history right now. And you're having the Secretary of War coming here to little old Kentucky to see you today. Is that something?
Hegseth made a stop earlier in the day at a military base in Kentucky, but said he was appearing with Gallrein on his personal time.
Too often, Thomas Massie has acted like his job is to stand apart from the movement that President Trump leads instead of strengthening it.
You don't send the Secretary of War to Kentucky during a war if you think your candidate is up 10 points. That's what you do when you realize your whole campaign is imploding.
This contest across a district that stretches from the suburbs of Louisville to northeastern parts of the state is now the most expensive House primary race in U.S. history, with more than $32 million spent, mostly by pro-Israel organizations and groups aligned with the president attacking Massie.
They tried to buy my vote for 14 years, and it was never for sale. Now they're trying to buy a seat here in Kentucky.
Now, in another big contest here in Kentucky today, the Republicans will be voting to choose their candidate to run to succeed the retiring Senator Mitch McConnell, the guy who's arguably most responsible for making this a mostly red state. There are also contests today, Errol, as you mentioned, in Alabama, Georgia, Idaho, Oregon, and Pennsylvania. We'll be tracking them throughout the day here on CBS News 24/7.
You're thinking of the town Errol in New Hampshire, a fantastic place, Ed, but no, not in the mix today. Ed O'Keefe, even right when he's wrong. Thank you so much for joining us from Kentucky.